Welcome back to United Daily Updates, your most trusted and reliable source for Manchester United transfer news and analysis. Hello everyone and welcome back to United Daily Updates, the YouTube channel that brings you the latest Manchester United news every single day without fail. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, please take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. We are building the biggest and most passionate community of Manchester United fans on YouTube. This is the place where we come together to discuss transfer news, match previews and reviews, tactical analysis, player performances, and absolutely everything related to our beloved club. We are not just another football channel that throws random rumors at you for clicks and views. We are your most trusted and reliable source for accurate information and honest, intelligent conversation about Manchester United Football Club. Today we have some absolutely fascinating news to discuss that gets right to the heart of Manchester United's transfer plans and priorities. We all know by now that Ruben Amorim wants to completely rebuild and transform the midfield over the next few transfer windows. We know that Manchester United are actively looking at multiple midfield targets and doing extensive scouting. But the absolutely crucial question that everyone is asking is this: which player should Manchester United prioritise? Which one should they go all out to sign first? Which midfielder should be at the absolute top of the list? Team Talk have done something really interesting and thought-provoking. They have asked their writers to debate and discuss which of Manchester United's three primary midfield targets the club should focus all their energy and resources on signing in the January transfer window. This is not just random speculation. These are informed opinions from people who watch football closely and understand the game. The three players in question are Wharton from Crystal Palace, Baleba from Brighton and Hove Albion, and Andersen from Nottingham Forest. All three are highly rated young Premier League midfielders who have shown excellent quality. All three would definitely improve Manchester United. But which one is genuinely the best option? Which one should United make their absolute number one priority? Which one fits best with what Ruben Amorim wants to do? Let me ask you some really important questions before we dive deep into this fascinating debate. Have you heard of all three of these players before? Do you watch them regularly and know their specific strengths and weaknesses? If you were the one making the final decision for Manchester United, which one would you choose and why? Do you think Wharton's exceptional composure makes him the best option? Or would you prefer Baleba's incredible athleticism and physical presence? Or maybe Andersen's versatility appeals to you more? Should Manchester United try to sign all three players if possible or focus everything on just one? How much would each player cost and can United afford multiple signings? These are absolutely crucial questions that will genuinely shape Manchester United's future for years to come. The decisions made in the next transfer window could determine whether United get back to the top or continue to struggle. Stay with me throughout this entire video because we are going to cover absolutely everything you need to know about this situation. We will discuss Manchester United's ambitious midfield rebuild plans in detail. We will analyze each of the three target players thoroughly. We will look at what the Team Talk writers said and why. We will debate which player makes the most sense strategically. We will compare them directly against each other. And we will talk about whether United can actually realistically get these deals done. This is going to be comprehensive, detailed and really informative, so get yourself comfortable. Maybe grab a drink or a snack, and let's dive into this absolutely fascinating debate together. Understanding Manchester United's ambitious midfield rebuild plans over multiple windows. Before we start analyzing and comparing the three specific players in detail, we first need to properly understand the bigger picture of what Manchester United are planning to do with their midfield over the next few years. This is absolutely not just about signing one player in January and calling it job done. This is about a complete transformation and rebuild that will happen over multiple transfer windows. According to Team Talk's transfer correspondent Fraser Fletcher, who is generally quite reliable and well connected with good sources, Manchester United's focus and priority for the next 2 to 3 transfer windows will be centered almost entirely on rebuilding their midfield from top to bottom and providing Ruben Amorim with completely fresh legs in his engine room. This is not a minor tweaking or small adjustment to what already exists. This is a major overhaul and transformation of an entire area of the squad. The ultimate goal is to give Ruben Amorim exactly the right kind of players with the right profiles and characteristics who can really help bring his preferred 3-4-2-1 formation to life and make it work effectively at the highest level. This particular formation requires very specific types of midfielders who can perform particular jobs and fulfill certain roles. You absolutely cannot just put any random midfielders in there and expect it to work properly. You need players with the right attributes, the right mentality, and the right understanding of what the system requires. Manchester United used the summer transfer window to significantly enhance and improve their forward line with new attacking signings and additions. That particular part of the squad has been addressed and strengthened. Now the priority and focus shifts entirely towards the midfield. Everything going forward will be focused on rebuilding and improving that crucial area of the team. What is particularly interesting and revealing is that Fraser Fletcher describes Manchester United as having genuinely ambitious plans to offload and move on high-wage veterans while simultaneously injecting youthful dynamism and energy over the next 2 to 3 transfer windows. This tells us an enormous amount about the overall strategy and thinking behind the scenes at the club. When the report talks about high-wage veterans, it clearly refers to players like Casemiro, who is currently 32 years old and earning absolutely enormous wages that are hard to justify given his current performances. The report specifically mentions that Casemiro is set to be ushered out and moved on. There is also mention that captain Bruno Fernandes could potentially be moved on as well, although that would obviously be significantly more controversial, difficult and emotional for many fans. The thinking and logic behind this strategy is quite clear when you analyze it. Manchester United want to get rid of older, more expensive players and replace them with young, hungry, energetic players who have their best years ahead of them. This makes complete sense for several different reasons that all work together. Younger players generally have significantly more energy and can cover far more ground during matches. They have their absolute best years still ahead of them rather than behind them. They typically cost considerably less in wages, which helps with financial fair play. And they have genuine resale value if things do not work out, whereas older players have almost no resale value. By moving out and selling players like Casemiro, Manchester United are actively making space and room for new energetic options that would perfectly suit the double pivot role in Ruben Amorim's preferred tactical setup. A double pivot simply means 2 central midfielders playing side by side in the center of the pitch with the primary job of protecting the back 3 defenders. This is an absolutely key and crucial part of making the 3-4-2-1 formation work effectively. The report honestly acknowledges that these new options and targets will come at a premium price. Young, talented Premier League proven midfielders are definitely not cheap in today's transfer market. But Manchester United are apparently willing and prepared to pay whatever it takes to get exactly the right players who fit the profile. Fraser Fletcher has confirmed that 3 specific stars are at the absolute centre of Manchester United's manhunt for new midfielders. Elliot Andersen from Nottingham Forest, Carlos Baleba from Brighton and Hove Albion, and Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace. These are the 3 names that keep coming up again and again. These are clearly not just random names that someone made up. These are the 3 players that Manchester United have carefully identified as best fitting what Ruben Amorim needs from his midfielders. They have presumably been extensively scouted over many months. Detailed reports have been written about them. Video analysis has been done. Statistical analysis has been completed. These are the genuine targets. But here is the absolutely key question that needs to be answered. Which of these 3 players should Manchester United prioritize above the others? Which one should they focus absolutely all their energy, resources, and negotiating power on signing first? This is what we need to figure out together. Who is Adam Wharton and what makes him so special? Let's start by discussing Adam Wharton in really detailed depth because one of the Team Talk writers, James Holland, argues very strongly that he should be Manchester United's absolute top priority above the other 2 options. So who exactly is Adam Wharton and what makes him such a special player? Adam Wharton is only 21 years old, which is extremely young for a midfielder. He plays for Crystal Palace in the Premier League. He plays as a central midfielder in the heart of the pitch. And according to James Holland's assessment, he has incredibly already established himself as one of, if not the absolute most composed player in the entire Premier League. That is incredibly high praise for such a young player who is still developing. Wharton joined Crystal Palace from Blackburn Rovers, who play in the Championship, which is the 2nd tier of English football. This was a really significant step up in quality and level. Going from the Championship to the Premier League is an absolutely huge jump. The pace is faster. The quality is higher. The pressure is more intense. Many players really struggle badly with this transition and take a long time to adapt. But Adam Wharton made it look completely easy and natural. James Holland specifically says that Wharton seamlessly made the step up from Blackburn to Palace without any problems. There was no long difficult adjustment period where he struggled. He just came straight in and performed at a high level immediately. This ability to adapt so quickly to a significantly higher level is a really positive sign and indicator of his quality and mentality. So what kind of player is Adam Wharton exactly? What is his playing style? The absolutely key word that keeps coming up again and again when people describe him is composure. Adam Wharton is incredibly composed on the ball no matter what the situation. He does not panic even when under intense pressure. He does not rush his decisions. He stays calm and makes good intelligent choices under pressure. In the middle of the park where things can get absolutely chaotic and frantic, having someone who stays calm and composed is genuinely invaluable. What does it mean to be a composed midfielder? It means someone who can receive the ball even when opponents are pressing him really aggressively. Someone who can turn with the ball and find a good pass even in really tight spaces with limited room. Someone who does not just automatically hoof it long downfield when under pressure. Someone who keeps the team playing good football and maintains possession intelligently. This is exactly what Adam Wharton does consistently week after week. For a player who is only 21 years old to already have this exceptional level of composure is genuinely remarkable and unusual. Usually composure comes with years of experience and maturity gained over time. But Wharton already has it naturally at such a young age. This strongly suggests he has an excellent footballing brain and the right mentality to succeed at the highest level. Wharton's technical ability is also really strong. He can pass the ball accurately over different distances, both short and long. He can control the ball really well with a good first touch. He reads the game intelligently and understands positioning. He positions himself well to receive passes and provide passing options. All of these qualities combined make him an excellent modern central midfielder. James Holland makes another really important point in his argument. He says that Wharton can make the step up again by joining Manchester United despite the absolutely huge pressure that comes with playing at Old Trafford. This is really significant. Some players completely crumble under the enormous pressure of playing for a massive global club like Manchester United, where every single mistake is analysed and criticised. But Holland clearly believes that Wharton has the mental strength and right mentality to handle it. The fact that Wharton has already successfully made one really big step up in his career from Championship football to Premier League football suggests very strongly that he can make another step up. He has already proven that he can adapt to higher levels. He has shown that he has the quality required. There is no particular reason to think he cannot do it again at an even bigger club with even more pressure. From a tactical perspective, Adam Wharton would fit absolutely perfectly into what Ruben Amorim wants from his midfielders. Amorim likes his teams to control and dominate possession of the ball. He wants players who are genuinely comfortable and confident on the ball even under pressure. He wants intelligent midfielders who can play out from the back under pressure and start attacks. Wharton ticks absolutely all of these boxes. In the double pivot role in Amorim's preferred 3-4-2-1 formation, you desperately need midfielders who can both defend effectively and contribute positively to build up play and possession. Adam Wharton can do both of these things. He is not just a pure destroyer who only tackles and nothing else. He can actually play proper football and help the team maintain possession and control matches. So that is Adam Wharton in summary. A 21-year-old central midfielder from Crystal Palace. Incredibly composed for his age. Proven at Premier League level. Good technically with excellent passing. Intelligent and mature. And according to James Holland, he should be Manchester United's absolute top priority signing above all others. Who is Carlos Baleba and what does he offer Manchester United? Now let's talk in detail about Carlos Baleba, who is the second player on Manchester United's shortlist of midfield targets. We have actually discussed Baleba quite extensively in several previous videos, but let's properly recap who he is and what he would offer to Manchester United. Carlos Baleba is 20 years old, which makes him the youngest of the three targets. He plays for Brighton and Hove Albion in the Premier League. He is originally from Cameroon in Africa and represents Cameroon at international level. He joined Brighton from the French club Lille for a reported fee of around £25 million in the last summer transfer window. Carlos Baleba is a significantly different type of midfielder compared to Adam Wharton. Where Wharton is all about composure, intelligence and smart decision-making, Baleba is much more about raw athleticism and physical presence. Both are genuinely valuable qualities that teams need, but they represent very different profiles and styles. Baleba is incredibly athletic. He is genuinely fast with good pace. He is physically strong and powerful. He can cover absolutely huge amounts of ground during the course of a 90-minute match. His physical attributes and athletic gifts are genuinely exceptional for a midfielder of his young age. When you watch him play, his athleticism immediately stands out as his most obvious quality. He is excellent at winning the ball back for his team. He is really aggressive in the tackle and not afraid to put his foot in. He is absolutely not afraid of physical battles and contact. He can press opponents really effectively and aggressively. He disrupts the opposition's play and makes it difficult for them to play through midfield. These are all really important qualities for a modern central midfielder. Baleba can also carry the ball forward with real pace and power. He can drive through the middle of the pitch with the ball at his feet. He can break defensive lines by running with the ball rather than just passing it. This ability to progress the ball quickly through carrying it is increasingly valuable in modern football where teams sit deep and compact. His tackling and overall defensive work are genuinely top quality. Like Adam Wharton, Carlos Baleba can defend effectively. He wins his individual duels against opponents. He makes important interceptions. He covers for teammates when they push forward. He works incredibly hard without the ball. You absolutely need midfielders who will do this kind of unglamorous but crucial work. Where Carlos Baleba potentially has a significant advantage over Adam Wharton is in his age and his physical ceiling. Baleba is only 20 years old compared to Wharton, who is 21. While 1 year might not sound like much, in football development terms it can be significant. Baleba is also considerably more athletic and physical than Wharton. His ceiling in terms of how good he could potentially become might well be higher than Wharton's. However, Carlos Baleba is also noticeably less experienced and significantly more raw as a player. He makes mistakes that clearly come from inexperience and poor decision-making. His decision-making with the ball is not always perfect or intelligent. He can be rash and overly aggressive in challenges, which leads to unnecessary fouls. These are all areas where he clearly needs to improve and develop as he gains more experience. From a tactical perspective, Carlos Baleba would also fit well into Ruben Amorim's double pivot system, but in a different way to Wharton. He brings the athleticism and boundless energy that Amorim's system absolutely requires. He can cover enormous amounts of ground. He can press aggressively all over the pitch. He can win the ball back high up the pitch. His physicality and power would add something that Manchester United currently lack in their midfield. The absolutely crucial question with Carlos Baleba is whether his raw athletic talent and physical gifts outweigh Adam Wharton's superior composure, maturity, and intelligent decision-making. This is genuinely a really tough call, and reasonable people with good football knowledge can completely disagree on which qualities are more important. Who is Elliot Andersen and what makes him different from the other two? Finally, let's discuss Elliot Andersen in detail, who is the third player on Manchester United's shortlist and offers something slightly different to the other two options. Elliot Andersen is 22 years old, which makes him the oldest of the three targets, although still very young. He plays for Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. He came through the extensive youth system at Newcastle United before eventually moving to Forest. He is English, which matters for Premier League homegrown player quotas and regulations. What makes Elliot Andersen genuinely different and interesting compared to the other two is his versatility. He can play effectively in multiple different positions across the midfield and even beyond. He is not just a pure central midfielder like Wharton and Baleba. He can play deeper in a defensive role. He can play more advanced in an attacking role. He can even play out on the wing if absolutely needed. This versatility and flexibility is genuinely valuable. This versatility is really useful. It gives the manager many more options and flexibility. You can use him in different roles depending on the specific opponent or the tactical situation in the game. One player who can competently do multiple different jobs is often more useful to a squad than a pure specialist who can only do one specific thing. Elliot Andersen is a genuinely hard-working player with really good energy levels. He covers a lot of ground during matches. He works incredibly hard for the team both with and without the ball. He is willing to do defensive work and track back, but can also contribute effectively in attacking phases. This box-to-box quality where you contribute at both ends is really useful. His technical ability is good. He can pass reasonably well, he can dribble with the ball, he can shoot from distance. He is a well-rounded player without necessarily being absolutely exceptional or outstanding at any one particular thing. He is the kind of reliable player who can do a solid, competent job in multiple different roles. From a price perspective, Elliot Andersen might well be the cheapest of the three options. Nottingham Forest are not in as strong a negotiating position as Brighton or Crystal Palace. They might be more willing to sell at a reasonable price, especially if they need money. This could potentially make Andersen the best value for money option. The genuine question with Elliot Andersen is whether he has the same ceiling and potential as Adam Wharton or Carlos Baleba. Is he genuinely good enough to be a guaranteed starter at Manchester United? Or is he more of a useful squad player who provides good depth? This is genuinely debatable and people will have different opinions. However, his versatility and excellent work rate definitely have real value. And sometimes a very good versatile player who can do multiple jobs is actually more useful to a squad than a specialist who can only play in one specific position. What James Holland said about why Wharton should be Manchester United's priority. Let's look more closely and in detail at what James Holland said in his argument for why Manchester United should prioritise Adam Wharton above the other two options. His reasoning is worth examining carefully. James Holland's key argument centres entirely on Adam Wharton's exceptional composure. He says that at just 21 years of age, Wharton has incredibly already established himself as one of, if not the absolute most composed player in the entire Premier League. This composure is the absolute foundation of his entire case for prioritising Wharton. Why exactly is composure so important in midfield? In the middle of the park, especially at a huge club like Manchester United, there is absolutely enormous pressure on every single player. You are constantly being pressed aggressively by opponents. You have very limited time on the ball to make decisions. One simple mistake can lead directly to a goal being conceded. In this incredibly high-pressure environment, composure is absolutely crucial and can be the difference between success and failure. A composed midfielder keeps the team ticking over smoothly. He maintains possession even when under intense pressure. He makes smart, intelligent decisions rather than panicking. He does not give the ball away cheaply in dangerous areas where it can be punished. This is exactly what Manchester United desperately need and currently lack in their midfield. Holland points out that Wharton seamlessly made the step up from Blackburn in the Championship to Crystal Palace in the Premier League. This is really significant and should not be underestimated. It shows clearly that he can handle big jumps in level and quality. It shows he adapts quickly to new challenges. It shows the quality is definitely there. Most importantly, Holland genuinely believes that Wharton can make another step up by joining Manchester United despite the absolutely huge pressure that comes with playing at Old Trafford. This confidence is really important. If Holland believes Wharton has the right mentality to handle Manchester United, that counts for something. The implicit argument here is that while Carlos Baleba might be more athletic and physically gifted and Elliot Andersen might be more versatile, neither of them has Adam Wharton's exceptional composure and proven ability to step up levels successfully. For Holland, these particular qualities make Wharton the clear priority. There is also probably an element of Wharton being more Premier League proven than the other two. He has played more games consistently at this level. He has performed well week after week. There is less risk involved in signing him. Holland's position is absolutely clear. Adam Wharton should be Manchester United's #1 priority because his exceptional composure would be a genuine game changer for Ruben Amorim's system. Comparing the three players directly across different attributes. Now let's directly compare all three players across many different attributes and qualities to help us properly figure out who genuinely makes the most sense for Manchester United. In terms of pure age, Carlos Baleba is youngest at only 20 years old, Adam Wharton is 21, and Elliot Andersen is 22. All three are very young, which is exactly what Manchester United want for the rebuild. Baleba has a slight advantage here in terms of potential development time. In terms of experience and Premier League proven quality, Adam Wharton probably edges it slightly. He has performed consistently at a good level over more time. Baleba is still quite raw and learning. Andersen has been somewhat up and down. In terms of pure athleticism and physical attributes, Carlos Baleba wins absolutely clearly. He is faster, stronger, more powerful and more athletic than the other two by some distance. If you want pure athletic ability and physical presence, Baleba is your man. In terms of composure and intelligent decision-making, Adam Wharton is the absolutely clear winner. This is his genuine standout quality. He rarely makes mistakes or poor decisions. He is mature and intelligent beyond his years. In terms of versatility and ability to play multiple positions, Elliot Andersen wins clearly. He can play multiple positions, which gives the manager real flexibility. Wharton and Baleba are more specialist central midfielders. In terms of defensive work and ability to win the ball back, all three are decent, but Baleba is probably strongest. His tackling and ball-winning ability are genuinely excellent. Andersen and Wharton can defend but are not quite at Baleba's level physically. In terms of passing and technical ability, Adam Wharton is probably best. His passing range and accuracy are excellent. Baleba and Andersen are good but not quite at Wharton's level. In terms of potential ceiling and how good they could become, Baleba probably has the highest ceiling due to his young age and exceptional physical gifts. But Wharton is close behind. In terms of likely price, this is hard to say exactly, but Andersen is probably cheapest, Wharton in the middle, and Baleba most expensive. Brighton will demand a huge fee for Baleba. In terms of risk, Wharton is probably lowest risk because he is most proven. Baleba is highest risk because he is rawest. Andersen is somewhere in between. So which one should United choose? It genuinely depends on what you prioritize most. There is genuinely no obviously right answer. Which player would fit best into Ruben Amorim's tactical system? This is an absolutely crucial question that needs careful consideration. Which of the three players would actually fit best into what Ruben Amorim wants to do tactically at Manchester United? Ruben Amorim plays a 3-4-2-1 formation. This requires two central midfielders in a double pivot. These midfielders need to be able to defend effectively but also contribute positively to possession and build up play. They need to be comfortable on the ball. They need intelligence and good positioning. Adam Wharton fits this profile really well. His composure and passing ability would be absolutely perfect for a possession-based system. He can receive the ball under pressure and keep things ticking smoothly. He makes smart decisions. He rarely gives it away. These are exactly the qualities you want. Carlos Baleba also fits, but in a different way. He brings the athleticism and energy that Amorim's system requires. He can cover ground. He can press aggressively. He can win the ball back high up. His physicality would add something United currently lack. Elliot Andersen's versatility could be valuable. If Amorim wants to change formation or tactics, Andersen can slot into different roles. This flexibility has value. My view is that Wharton probably fits Amorim's system best overall. Amorim wants control and possession. Wharton's composure is perfect for this. However, there is an argument that United need what Baleba offers more. United already have some technically good players. What they lack is physical presence. Baleba would provide this. It is genuinely a tough call. Can Manchester United actually sign these players? Now let's talk about the realistic chances of actually signing these players. Can United genuinely get these deals done? All three players are at Premier League clubs. This makes negotiations more difficult and expensive. Premier League clubs know United have money. Crystal Palace will not want to sell Wharton. He is their best midfielder. It would take a huge offer. Brighton definitely will not want to sell Baleba. They rarely sell their best players. Baleba would probably cost £80 to £100 million. Nottingham Forest might be most willing to sell Andersen. They might need money. Andersen would probably be cheapest. The question is whether United have enough money to sign one, two, or all three. My view is that United will probably try to sign one in January and maybe another in summer. Why you need to stay connected with United daily updates. Transfer stories like this are developing constantly. You need to stay informed. This is why United daily updates exists. We follow every development. We analyze every story. Make sure you are subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Join our community in the comments. Share your thoughts on which midfielder United should prioritize. We are all Manchester United fans here. United Daily Updates is your home. Final thoughts on which midfielder United should prioritize. Let me give you my final thoughts on which of these three players Manchester United should make their top priority. This is genuinely a really difficult decision because all three have different strengths. If I had to choose, I would probably go with Adam Wharton. His composure is exactly what United need. However, I understand the argument for Baleba. His athleticism is something United lack. Andersen is probably third choice for me. Ideally, United would sign two. Wharton and Baleba together would be perfect. But if United can only afford one, go for Wharton. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and comment. This is United Daily Updates. Thanks for watching and goodbye.